Yeah, I usually like to have some music going on. Yeah, lightens the tone. Yes, you have a question? Okay, just calling a friend. That's fine. All right. So first of all, uh, there's been a few technical difficulties. So usually what's supposed to happen is that there is something that allows me to share my screen. So let's see. Oh, okay, I see. Maybe this will work. So I'm going to start this program, and hopefully, when you log in to your screens using this login and this password, using demo1 as a login, one demo as a password, and then if you enter this URL, which I will also write on this thing here, then you'll be able to see the screen. Okay, let me just write this down. The URL should be http 192.168.101.108:1000. I hope I have that right. But hopefully, if you enter this URL, then hopefully you will be able to see the screen. The TAs will tell me if there's a problem. Okay. I just not switched on screen sharing, so that was an issue. But is it working now? Let's try. Okay. Okay, so maybe it will work, maybe it won't work. The first class, we're still working on the technical issues, but hopefully in future classes, whatever is on the screen, you should also be able to see on the computer in front of you. Okay. Not everyone needs to be sitting in front of a computer. This is going to be a group-based class. So as long as there is one working computer per group, that's okay. All right. That those Apple computers don't work, or you won't be able to log into them. So if you can come and move a chair in a further row, then that's fine. Okay. So so let's begin by talking a little bit about this class. So an appropriate place to start is just by introducing ourselves. So I'm your instructor. I'm Professor Siddharth Jaggi. You can call me Sid. That's the short form for my name, Sid. The three TAs are going to stand up. So the three TAs are respectively, do you want to introduce yourself? Iman from my Tuman.
Hi everyone.
Tuman.
大家好，我是佳丽。
Hi everyone. I'm Nicholas. 中文系我係成我教王思思。Let's call so I think all three of you were undergrads here. Is that true? You were not. Okay, well, but still, they have all the the secret information about CUHT as well, right? So they're valuable to get to know. They will each of them be in every class. So they will be here during class hours. But there will also be a class doing your tutorials. Okay? And the way we will do it is there will be 3 parallel tutorial sessions. So the class will be broken up into 3 parts. And 1/3 of you will be handled by July, 1/3 by Nicholas, 1/3 by Thao. They will all learn your names. They will learn your faces. They will know. Okay? She's not coming to class. He's a very regular person. Okay? So become friendly with them. So you may ask, how will they know? I'm faceless in a large crowd and photos. So what we're going to do is, right now, they're going to go around and take photographs of you guys. Okay? Photographs. Just like in prison, yeah? So they'll photograph you. You should write your name, a nickname, whatever you would like us to call you, a student ID, and an email address. So take a large piece of paper, not small, not too small, large, put it next to your face, and then each of these 3 will come around, take a photograph of you, and then we'll all learn your names and faces. Okay? Because after all, teaching and learning, you're not robots, right? Each of you has a personality, each of you has specific needs. So we would like to learn you. We would like to know who you are. Okay? and that's why we're doing this. I promise not to share these photographs with anyone. If it's a bad photo, no one else will see it. Okay? So go ahead and take photos. Okay. Now there'll be weekly classes, a class, and 50 and weekly tutorials. The faculty has a policy: 50% attendance is mandatory in each class and the tutorials. Okay, if you do not attend, then you fail. That's not my decision. That is a faculty decision. So how do we know if you're attending? Well, we will be taking attendance. In particular, in class, every class there will be in-class exercises. Okay. So as I posted on Piazza, the 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 teaching and learning policy is so there'll be multiple different things happening. Okay. So first of all, this is a flipped class. As hopefully you read, this is. Oh, you know what? Before I start talking about class policy, I realize not all of you may have access to this course, right? So how do you join Piazza? The way to join Piazza is to do the following. It is to okay. So the way to join Piazza is to open a browser and go to this link. So let me write it down here in large letters so that you can see it. Let's do it on the board, then I'll be able to use it. Piazza.com, cohk.edu.hk. So piazza.com/cohk.edu.hk/spring 2017 /ESTR1004. Yeah, ESTR1004. Okay, so if you go to this link, you should be able to sign up on Piazza, and then you will have access to all of these materials. Right now, one of the things I described is in one of these posts is that this is a flipped class. This is a somewhat unusual class, in the sense that there are not going to be any lectures. There is not going to be any homework. Okay? So what is there going to be? What you will be expected to do is you will be expected to watch videos before you come to class. Okay? Before you come to this class, you should be watching some videos. Which videos? Well, let's go to .com/ all right, so for this week I've created 7 videos. Actually, I'll probably create 1 or 2 more. So together these 7 videos are roughly 40 minutes long. Okay. Notice 40 minutes of watching a video, and by the way, you can watch the video on YouTube not just at normal speed, but you can also do
which is going to be on the algebra.
You can do it at double speed. So if it's a 2-minute long video, you can listen to it in 1 minute. You can understand it. So what is the advantage of a video? All right, very funny. You can also switch on captions. These captions are not always reliable, but at least they help you a little bit. I know I have an accent, so these will help you, right? So think of it. Instead of giving a lecture, which you hear, but if you don't hear, you don't understand, it's gone, right? In a normal lecture, it's just one time. With a video, it's there forever. You can watch it anytime. You can rewind it. You can do whatever you want, right? So you will be expected, you will be responsible for doing these before you come to class. Now, this is the first class, so I do not expect you to have seen the videos before, but I will expect you to see these 7 videos before tomorrow. 40 minutes long, at double speed, it's 20 minutes long, right? So watch these videos before you come to class. So what do you do in class? Well, in class, we will have exercises, okay? We will have exercises so that you can firm up the concepts that you learned in the video. These exercises will be group-based, not individual, group-based. So 3 of you together, 3, 3, 3, and we've started a sign-up sheet, right? And some of you have started signing up already. So there'll be groups, and there are going to be 18 groups. Currently, many of you have already assigned yourself to some groups. So starting tomorrow, we will be starting to grade these exercises. Okay? How do we grade? So 3 of you per group, right? So each of you will try doing the exercise together. It's a collaborative exercise. You will hopefully learn from each other. Okay? And then we take your exercises and we randomly choose one. We grade that person, and then the whole group gets that grade. Why do we do this? We do this so that there is an incentive for you to help each other. Okay? It's not, I want to be the only person who gets an A. That is not the policy here. The policy is you help your classmates. They bong lege So you help each other. I, and the TAs will help you by trying to help you in terms of the exercises. But there's only 4 of us. There's 50 of you. Yeah, wow, too many of you. But there are 50 of you. You can help each other, right? So that is why it will be group-based exercises. By the way, there'll be plenty of these exercises. Okay, so even if your groupmate messes up in one exercise, don't be too angry at him or her. There'll be many exercises, many chances to earn points. Okay, so think of it as not the points that matters. It's the teaching and learning that matters. Teaching each other, learning from each other. Okay, we have done this in previous years, and I promise to you, it is a better teaching and learning experience than if I just keep lecturing, you keep listening, and we fall asleep. Okay, that is not good. Learning from each other is better. Okay, so that is why we will be doing this. And just so you understand what's going on, in today's class, we'll do one very simple exercise. In the last 15 minutes, we'll do one very simple exercise. Okay, so you get an example of what's going on. So that's one thing. That is one thing that we will be doing over here. The other thing is, by the way, notice that this is 20% of the grade, right? And the only way to get this 20% is if you're in class every time, because after all, if you're not there, you're not getting the points, right? So from my point of view, that's an added benefit. I know you're smart. I know you could probably do well in the class in exams without coming. But 50% of the grade is non-exam based, right? Exams are only 50%, 20% midterm, 30% final. 50% of it is non-exam based, so you really do have to be coming to class. Okay, another 20% is gamification. So what is gamification? Well, look, we all like playing games. I waste too much time on games, right? There's something addictive about games. Even very silly games like click a button again and again and again. I'll keep doing it, right? Because somehow it's pretty. So there is a movement now to gamify many things. Okay, so and not just in education, in many other things, in selling cookies or airline tickets or whatever. Like if you make a game, the people will do many things. So here, my goal is to set up a game with some rules and some incentives so that you will be incentivized to become addicted to solving homework problems. Okay? Now you don't have to. If you don't play the game, okay, or if you don't play too much, you'll still earn some points. But the more you play, the more exercises you do, the more of course you will learn, and the more points you will get. Okay? Now, we have some complicated rules. The TAs and I are still working on these rules. We will announce the finalized rules next week. Okay? But I just want you to know that this is another system for us to make sure that you have the control of how much you get to learn, how much you get to learn from each other, and what sort of materials to do. But basically, this will have many advantages. There will be lots of exercises to try. It will help you get better at basic arithmetic. And hopefully, it will be fun as well. Okay? It will certainly be fun to me. I'll be like, wow, they're learning so much. Yeah. Okay? So we'll see. So that's the gamification part. Finally, over the course of the semester, so one concern that many students have often given me in the classes, they're like, all right, it's a foundation math course, we know we have to take it. It's not exciting. It's not exciting like engineering, right? Why are we learning differential equations, vector calculus, curves, gradients, all these complicated topics? So, but mathematics is not context free. Mathematics has applications, right? So the TAs and I are choosing some 20, 30 different project topics for you to choose from. And then over the course of the semester, these projects, which will be related to the concepts that we teach in class, will allow you the opportunity to explore one topic in more detail. Okay? For example, using linear algebra, how do you compress images? Okay? I think that's interesting, right? How do you make a photograph smaller using linear algebra and matrices? Well, there's a way of doing it, and the group that chooses to do that project will be experts in this topic by the end of the semester. You will do a poster presentation, and you learn something you'll share from your classmates. Okay? And 1 to 2 problems in the final exam will actually be based on these projects. Okay? So there will be an incentive for you to learn something deeply as well. Okay? So those are 3 of the non-standard assessment schemes. So besides the midterm and the final exam, there will also be in-class exercises, games, and this projects. Okay, and there'll be more information about these as time goes on. So you'll see more and more. But I just wanted you to know about this. Assessment policy. So as I mentioned on a Piazza post, again, you're all pretty smart. In a normal ENGG class, you would do well. So my intention is not to grade this as relative grading. I will fight hard to make sure that I do not have to choose only 20% of you to give an A's, 20% to give A minuses, and so on. In a normal class, there are some percentages that the university forces us to use. But I will try hard to make sure that if you deserve an A, regardless, you should get an A. Okay? That does not mean that everyone here will get an A. Okay? It could be. It could be that if you all work very hard, you all get A's. But what I promise you is you will get what you deserve. Okay? And I really do hope that you all deserve A's. This is whatever. Another reason to try hard in this class is, as you will realize over the years, many of you will at some point require recommendation letters. Okay? You will need us for the letters for internships, for postgraduate studies, for whatever. Now, this is a very interactive class by design, right? So you can use this opportunity to get to know me, to get to know the TAs, and then in future years, 2-3 years down the line, when you need someone to vouch for you, well, we'll know much more about you than in a normal class, right? So view this as an opportunity to make friends, not just instructor, okay? Instructor-student relationship. What are some of the other things I wanted to tell you? Okay, so usually in a usual class, I grade you, right? It's a very asymmetric relationship. But we're trying something very new, right? We're trying a flipped classroom, gamification, projects, and all this group-based stuff, complicated. And I'm asking you to trust me. Okay. Now we have done some parts of this before, some are still new. But I'm still asking you to trust me. So I'm also going to ask you, I'm also going to trust you. I'm going to ask you for feedback at the end of every class, at the end of today's class, tomorrow's class, and every tutorial. We'll give you a slip of paper. It's anonymous. You can write whatever you want on it. We'll try to take this seriously. If you have reasonable feedback, we will try to improve. Okay? But this is one mechanism for you to make sure your voice is heard. Another mechanism is you can always post on Piazza, and Piazza allows you to post anonymously. You can post messages to me or the instructors anonymously. We will not know who has posted. Okay? So there are many ways for you to get your voice heard to us, and I do hope you will use this opportunity. Okay. All right. I have many things to talk about. What else? Okay. So your first point of contact with this class should always be this post. This is post number @6. This will always be at the top of your feed, and this will always have all the relevant information. it will have the information for this week, for example. So if you click on this, the slides for today and for future days, some optional links or videos for you to watch, and some more videos. I'm going to put the link in here shortly. We're making this up. One thing about the videos, we want you to watch the videos not directly on YouTube, but through Piazza. Sorry, through a system called Keep. Okay, so Keep is a system that allows us to keep track of you. Okay. Now the reason is not to be creepy. It's not that we want to make sure we know everything you're doing, but we do want to know that you are indeed watching the videos. Okay, and the TAs will be able to see how many videos have each student watched, and if you haven't watched the videos, or if you keep not watching the videos, the TAs will. Can you log in? Sure. Now, okay. Yes. While I'm talking, please keep going. So the TAs will in fact reach out to you and say, well, looks like you're not paying attention to this many videos. By the way, I noticed in this exercise you were not able to do it. If you looked at this video, you would know how to solve this exercise, right? So notice we have many points of data about each of you, right? So this will help us on an individual basis make sure we know what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, okay? And from our perspective, it will help us improve our teaching and learning experience. It will help us improve in future years. So we know, this video was effective because this exercise was solved well, this video was not effective, and so on, right? So this is the reason why we'll do it. So it's important, even though you can watch the videos directly on YouTube, it will be important that you instead go to Keep and watch the videos through Keep. Now, Nicholas, one of our TAs, is going to describe how to first log into Keep and then how to watch the videos. Yeah.
Okay. I assume everybody have access to Piazza, and over here, click the video link, and then click the link on here. Just now, I have already enrolled in this car. Now, yeah.
Who took this photo?
I don't know. I just got it on Google. I think this nice, handsome gentleman.
I have a bit of a belly, huh? Okay. Okay.
Everyone got this? Now click on enroll. If you don't have a Keep account, please sign up for one.
So there's not really enough time today to wait for whatever. We assume that you'll be able to enroll. Can you just show them what to do once they have enrolled?
Okay. If you already signed up for a Keep account, just log in using your Keep account. After you have logged in, just click this course. And over the courseware tab, you can see that the video for week 1 are already posted. There are currently 7 videos. You are expected to watch all of them.
Okay, yeah, just leave it at that. Anything else? Okay. Thank you, Nicholas. All right, a couple of other quick things, and then we'll start with the last activity for today, which is the exercise. Okay, so I want to do an exercise with you guys. So you get a little bit of a feel for whatever. It's a simple exercise, I think, but whatever. July, can you hand out the exercise sheets? All right. And then after that, evaluation sits at the end of the class. Okay? All right. So, all right. So I'm going to, so while you may not have seen the videos, many of the concepts are easy. So we're going to try to do an exercise based off of the video on matrix multiplication. Okay. And if you haven't seen the video, you can easily see it at double speed or whatever. So right now, I'm just going to describe to you what matrix multiplication is. Okay. And normally, like in a normal class, I will not do this. In a normal class, we will begin the class by me spending 4 or 5 minutes just summarizing what you should already know. Okay? So what you should already know to solve this exercise should be what is a vector, what is a matrix, how do you add matrices, how do you multiply matrices, okay? What is the meaning of a matrix? So those are the different concepts that you would need to be able to solve this exercise. Now, I do understand that you may not actually know how to do matrix multiplication. So just a very quick show of hands. So first of all, who has seen a matrix before? I assume everyone, I hope everyone. So again, let me ask again. Who has seen a matrix before? Who has not seen a matrix before? Okay, look. So when I ask a question, usually the answer is yes or no. And I expect these two numbers to equal 51, the enrollment of this class. Okay, and this is not what happened right now. So let's try again. Okay, everyone stand up. Everyone stand up. Soha, stand up. Okay. Whoever has not seen a matrix, sit down. Good. So everyone has seen a matrix. Oh, some people have not. Okay. So some people have not seen a matrix. Okay, that helps me. Whoever does not know how to multiply matrices, sit down. Whoever does not know how to multiply matrices, sit down. Okay, good. So that tells me. Thank you. Now everyone sit down. By the way, if I ask a question and no one is raising their hand for yes or no, I will make everyone stand up. Okay? When I ask for feedback, I need to know. I really need to know. So please do raise your hand. Yes, no, maybe. At least do maybe. You don't know for sure. At least tell me that you're not sure. Okay? Tell me something. So let's talk about matrices very quickly and how to multiply them. For future classes, you will have watched these videos, so it'll be easier, right? But for now, I just want to make sure that you get a taste of the exercise. So the way this works is, actually, can I get a copy of the exercise? All right. So I'll just give this back to you. Okay. So in this. All right. So in the exercise sheet that we just distributed to you, there's something like, we are asking you to write down a 2 by 2 matrix for trouble, no trouble, trouble, no trouble. Okay, and we're asking you to write down a probability transition matrix. So over here, this is saying that if there's no trouble on one day, then the probability of no trouble the next day. So this is day one, and this is day 2. Okay, so columns are day 1, rows are day 2. So if there's no trouble on day 1, the probability of no trouble on day 2 is 0.8. The probability of trouble to trouble is 0.5, and then you can figure out what the other things should be. So the probability of trouble to no trouble is 0.5. So trouble on day 1, no trouble on day 2 is 0.5, and this is 0.2. Okay, so this is a matrix. And now the second part of the question is asking you, if today there is no trouble, what is the probability of no trouble 2 days later? Okay, and the question is asking you to do this using matrices. So those of you who do know what a matrix is and how to multiply a matrix with another matrix, you should be able to think about how to do it. Those of you who don't know, it's okay. Watch the videos and we'll have a chance to do it again tomorrow. Okay, so we'll have a more detailed discussion tomorrow, or maybe by the end of class today. But what we're going to do now is we're going to the TAs and I are going to walk around. We'll talk to you. Use the opportunity to talk to your group mates as well. And today you don't have groups, but by tomorrow you will have groups, right? So today just talk to the people sitting next to you. Or if you're having trouble, you don't know how to begin, raise a hand, and the TA or I will come and talk to you. Okay? So this is going to be your first example of seeing how in-class exercises work. Okay. All right. So for the next 5 to 10 minutes, we're just going to try this exercise. Okay.
Hello?
So we still don't have a solution, but now we have a partial solution, one way of thinking about it. And DT here, who's going to get a bonus point for being the first person, will tell us a little bit about how he's thinking about it. Okay. By the way, so the point about in-class exercises is not to get the right answer first time round and so on. The point about in-class exercises is to learn. Okay. So even if we don't get the good answer, the right answer, but if we learn something from that, this is good. Okay. And I'm going to reward that. So over here, what did DT do? He drew something like a state diagram, right? He said, today, if there's no trouble, then with probability 0.8, there'll be no trouble tomorrow. With probability 0.2, there'll be trouble tomorrow, right? And then you can further draw the state diagram here again. So with probability 0.5, there'll be trouble here, and probability 0.5, there's no trouble here, right? Similarly, probability 0.8, 0.2. So using the state diagram, presumably, you can calculate if there's no trouble today, then what is the probability of no trouble 2 days later? So 0.8 times 0.8 plus 0.2 times 0.5, right? So you can do this calculation, and certainly that's one way of doing the calculation. Right? The question, of course, is actually about matrices. So there's a different way of doing it using matrices as well, but this is certainly one way of thinking about the problem. Right? Now, I realize, by the way, that not everyone speaks Chinese, but let's do a quick question, just so I can see the language distribution in class. 邊個人講廣東話、普通話 Okay, English. Okay, so we have a good mix. Now, here's what we'll always do with exercises. Okay, so given the fact that a substantial majority prefer Putonghua, substantial minority Guangdonghua, and then a certain fraction English, so there'll always be an English explanation. But then I will ask the student to maybe explain also in Guangdonghua, Putonghua, like an additional explanation. Okay, and DT is now going to explain how he's thinking about it. 我都
你的时候你
普通话
我可以明白
少少，所以 I'll be able to keep track. Okay.
OK。那个，因为我只看过矩阵的一些比较就是非常基础的概念，然后不太会把矩阵用到这个题里面来，所以但这是一道就是很简单，其实大家都会的概率题，就是一个很普通的概率题。不是这样的吗？就是因为他第一天已经告诉你是 no trouble， 然后他把那个两次转化的那个概率都告诉你，然后所以你用一个树状图，然后把这个分下去之后，然后用那个独立事件，然后所以可以，因为他们是独立的，然后所以你用乘积就可以算出来。就是你想要的这个概率，然后但是对于这个第3问来说，这种方法就比较困难。然后因为他是问 3 days later， 然后3天的话就乘的数很多，所以我觉得应该还有更好的办法解决这个问题。
Okay, to the extent that I could understand it, it seemed like a good explanation. But do we think he deserves a bonus point? If so, clap your hands. Yay! So DT deserves a bonus point. Okay. Thank you. Now, please continue. Thank you, DT. Now, the reason I do this is because, well, a couple of reasons. Firstly, you get to hear the explanation multiple times in different languages. Some of you do not understand Putonghua, is that true? Yeah. But still, there's English, right? And there are other languages. So it does help your classmates. But the other thing is, like sometimes students think differently than I do, right? And sometimes that way of thinking is valuable. Like the mistakes that people make are also valuable to understand before you can correct those things. So we will invite each of you over the course of the semester. We will invite many of you to come explain your solutions in whatever language, English, Guangdonghua, Putonghua, Hindi, right? Or whatever other languages. and we'll see how it goes. Okay. Now, class is almost over. So today the exercise doesn't really matter. Tomorrow we'll come back. We'll see the connection with matrices. By then you'll have seen the videos. You'll hopefully know how to do it, right? And then those points will start mattering. But in the meantime, I want to. So the last thing that I'm going to ask you guys to do in class is to give feedback, to give evaluation of what you think about today. Okay? And there are 3 things I want you to do. Samboy. So the first thing you should do is choose a secret ID. So you should all have a slip of paper like this. You should choose a secret ID which only you know. It can be anything. Your name, well, not your name, that would not be secret, right? But a number, your birthday, whatever, your favorite toy, whatever. Remember this and keep using it in every class. Okay? The reason we do this is because we want to know how your preferences change over time. Okay? So choose a secret ID and keep using it throughout the semester. Okay? So that's the first thing, right? A secret ID and keep using it. Secondly, write down a number. So choose some number from 1 to 10. 1 is 0 if you think it's horrible, if it was a terrible class. 10 if you think it was an awesome class. If you think it's super duper awesome, you can write down 11 on the side, right? Or -1 if you want something bad to happen to me. But the most important thing is the blank side on the back. So this is where you can write anything you want. And we will see it and we will try to improve. We will put it on a spreadsheet and those things that deserve improvement, we will work on that. Okay? So every class we will do this. We will give you a chance to give feedback and secret ID, the numbers, and most importantly, the feedback. Okay? So please write down whatever feedback you may have, we collect them and work on this. All right, class is basically over. I will see you tomorrow in class. Yeah?